Ground American 106 Heavy Tango Alpha for taxi.
106 Heavy Tango Ground, next 4 left, taxi left, Bravo, hold short of Kilo.
Bravo short of Kilo American 106.
American 106 Heavy, cross runway 31 left at Kilo.
Cross 31 left, 106 Heavy.
Delta 1943, wind 35018, gust 24, runway 4 left, clear for takeoff.
Alright, clear for takeoff, runway 4 left, Delta 1943.
American 106 Heavy, American 106 Heavy, hold position. American 106 Heavy, hold position.
Delta 1943, cancel takeoff clearance. Delta 1943, cancel takeoff clearance.
Rejecting.
Delta 1943, say intentions.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go somewhere, run a couple of checklists, and probably make some phone call for Delta 1943.
Delta 1943, taxi right on Bravo, hold short of Hotel Bravo.
Right on Bravo, Hotel Bravo, Delta 1943.
Delta 1943, Kenny, did you make the switch?
Yes, sir, we did.
Okay, I'm guessing you don't want to move, right?
We gotta make a couple phone calls here. My guess is we're gonna go back to a gate.
Okay, I'm figuring that as well, alright.
American 106 Heavy.
106 Heavy, go ahead.
American 106 Heavy, possible pilot deviation. I have a number for you. Advise ready to copy.
Ready to copy.
Tower American 106 Heavy.
American 106 Heavy.
The last clearance we were given, we were cleared to cross. Is that correct?
American 106 Heavy, we're departing runway 4 left. I guess we'll listen to the tapes, but you were supposed to depart runway 4 left. You're currently holding short of 31 left.
Roger, American 106 Heavy.
So recently we had this incident at John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York, where the American flight crossed runway 4 left on Juliet when they were advised to cross runway 31 left on Kilo. Instead of making the right turn, they made a left turn and turned onto an active runway. They crossed the active runway, which is a runway incursion, and there was someone taking off on that runway, which would have caused a big accident if timely evasive action was not taken, which the Delta crew did take, and Tower was very quick to notice and abort the takeoff. Since we are talking about runway incursions, let's understand what runway incursions are. The FAA definition of runway incursion is any occurrence at an aerodrome involving the incorrect presence of an aircraft, vehicle or person on the protected area or surface designated for the landing and takeoff of an aircraft. In simple words, it means that if there is an aircraft, vehicle or a person on the runway or the area which is designated for takeoff and landing of an aircraft when they are not supposed to be there, that's a runway incursion. What is surface incident? Now that we have mentioned runway incursion, I think you should know another term which is called a surface incident. Surface incident is an unauthorized or unapproved movement within the designated movement area, or an occurrence in that same area associated with the operation of an aircraft that affects or could affect the safety of flight. Surface incident is not the same as runway incursion. It occurs whenever there is movement on the airport without ATC permission. A simple example would be an aircraft starts taxiing onto a wrong taxiway. That is a surface incident, not a runway incursion, because they are not on a runway, but they enter the wrong taxiway, they enter the wrong intersection, or they start taxiing without ground clearance. That is a surface incident. Based on their severity, runway incursions are divided into 4 categories. Now, how do they determine severity? FAA has a number of factors that they consider, like speed of the aircraft or vehicle, proximity of the aircrafts and vehicles, environmental conditions, available reaction time, as well as evasive corrective action. They consider all of these factors and see how critical was the runway incursion, and then they decide what category it would fall into. The least severe is the category D or Delta. This is when something occurs which meets the definition of runway incursion. A simple example would be, it's a night flight, nobody in the pattern, nobody within 10 miles of the airport, and it's a controlled airport. You enter the runway without takeoff clearance because you probably didn't see the runway holding short markings, or it was too late by the time you realized you were on the runway, so you crossed the runway hold short line. This is a category D runway incursion. Obviously, since nobody was around It did not cause any potential of accident or any potential of a catastrophe occurring, but it still meets the definition of runway incursion. Hence, it's the least severe one. Category Charlie is when an incident is characterized by ample time or distance to avoid collision. Now let's take the same night flight. Let's say you entered the runway because you didn't see the whole shot markings, and there was someone on a 5 or 10-mile final, and you realized this, and there was ample time to avoid the runway incursion. That is category C runway incursion. Category B is an incident in which separation decreases and there is a significant potential for a collision, which may result in time critical corrective or evasive response to avoid a collision. I think the example that we have in hand, Delta and American Flight at JFK, there could have been an accident if timely action was not taken. So it might be a category B runway incursion. Category A is a serious incident in which collision was narrowly avoided. And I think I have just the right clip for this. Take a look at it. This is category A runway incursion. After category A, the next thing that occurs is an accident because it wasn't avoided, hence the aircrafts collided. And that is what we want to prevent. That is why runway incursion is such a big topic. Every examiner that I've given an FA check read with has asked me runway incursion related questions, scenarios, and as a student, it is very important for us to be careful of small things that might cause runway incursions. One of these is understanding your clearance, and that is what happened in the American Airlines case. They did not really understand or take time to process what information was given to them. The second thing that might have gone wrong is looking outside and seeing where you are going. Use the runway markings. That is why knowing the airport markings, the signs, is very important so that you know your position on the aircraft and you know where you're going. The incorrect presence of the aircraft on the runway could have been easily avoided if they knew where they are, and if they knew that is not where they are supposed to go. Another big thing that happened, or at least it's big for me because I love reading about aviation and I love being a nerd. The FAA published Aviation Weather Handbook, and this is available on the FAA website for free. I'll put a link in the description. I think everybody who is interested in learning more about weather can use this. Up until now, I used to use the Pilot Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge as well as the 006, the AC 006 for my weather knowledge, and that is exactly what I used to create the course of weather on my website. Now that we have another resource, I am looking forward to referring to it whenever I'm stuck with a weather theory related issue. Another big international news that I came across this week was the crash in Nepal that killed almost 68 people, which is very unfortunate. Looking at the videos, I thought that it was a VMC related accident. Of course, I cannot tell for sure because we don't know what are the results of the investigation, but VMC related accidents usually cause the aircraft to roll to the left and enter a dive. So looking at the videos, that's exactly what my mind went to. ATRs are usually very reliable aircrafts and they are used for short flights all over the world. The reason is ATR 72-500 has two turboprop engines which allow us to take off and land within short distances, and it makes it ideal for being used in areas like Nepal, which is within the Himalayas, and a good maneuverable aircraft will make it very efficient for airlines to fly in and out of Nepal. Also, a fun fact. Did you know what ATR stands for? ATR stands for Avions de Transport Regional. I don't know if I pronounced it right, but that's what it spells. That's what ATR stands for. For those of you who are new to Propeller Pilot, what do you think? and to whatever content I upload. Thank you. See you in the next video.